Hang on. That has loads of retis. Does it need these retis? It just has reti. It doesn't say how many. Does Mar take damage having their own retis? Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Tooth of Astra list. So this is from Bad Fun Yurimba, one of the best players in the game, or in the game name is GG You Know Why. And this list has been absolutely wrecking me on a regular basis. So I figured we'd have a look and see if we can figure out, how to play around with it. Essentially, the best thing I can tell is that the early game revolves around not playing anything turn 1, playing a Cinder Sphere out, and then the following turn using all the Cinder that you gain and using Detonia as well to basically use Detonia's activation twice. So it seems very, very powerful. Like, it goes mad amounts of damage, and I really just think it's one of those things that is really worth trying out. So here's a copy of the list here. So we've got Detonia, we've got Deadeye, Saria, Snareling, Stitchy, Oatly, Switchback, Antios, Reti Wrangler Mar, and Zapper and Enki. So this list does generate a lot of Cinder, being an Astra list, so it's really not that unreasonable to think that we could use these big Cinder abilities. So we're going to jump into a couple of games, and well, hopefully one game, maybe a couple if we get time, just to see how this goes. It might take me a couple to get used to it, is why I said a couple, and might be able to play 2, but we'll see how it goes. And if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe. We are working our way gradually towards 500 subscribers. My hope, my dream, is to get 500 by the end of October, which is when I'm getting married. So that would be just a nice little thing to round everything off. So that's what we're working for. But for now, I'll see you once we get in the game. Okay, we have found ourselves a game. We're against Mustafa 225, a level 9 Extilior player. Just so you know, if you do hear any slight sort of static in the background or sort of background white noise, I have got a desk fan running just over here. It's unbearably hot here. It's 30 degrees C, and I don't think I'll be able to sit here and actually record a full video if it wasn't, a little bit cooler. So I apologise if there is that disruption. I've moved the pop filter on the microphone, as you can see it here, just to try and sort of cover that up a little bit, but I can't quite cope with it. So let me check. Cinder,
don't worry, the tree gave
it only gives
us
3,
these.
so we're not going to be able to double activate Detonia if we're going first, so we can only do it going second. So what do we do in this instance? So they've got an Extilior,
You're a killer, chauffeur.
and we could just Deadeye and start trying to push through, but is there even a good angle for Deadeye? We can go there for 38. Anything this way, because this is the direction we want to move, is the problem. Do you know what I think we do, actually? I think what we do is we place a Cinder Sphere up here so we can move this way next turn. We do deploy... I'm going to try this. We'll deploy Deadeye this way. Get ourselves that 38% or whatever it was. Okay, 38. Boost it up with the Ovos. And just try and push a little bit of damage onto the captain as soon as possible. Sure, we can do that. It doesn't really matter too much.
Opponent's turn.
Okay.
No one
I
is
don't
in the
think
lead.
this is the ideal start, but it does mean that next turn we will be able to potentially double Detonia, because we'll have 3 Cinder from these and 3 from this, so we can place Detonia, jump to where we want her to be, jump to her, make sure we're touching it, and then Detonia activate twice, and potentially use Deadeye as well. So this could be a situation where we actually get to get the really early tempo advantage over our opponent, and just hopefully snowball the game a little bit from there. Just to sort of say quickly as well, this is the first video I'm recording after the stream that we did the other day, and I had so much fun in the stream. I really, really appreciate everyone who came over to join us. It was a great occasion. Made me very happy to have people join in, and we had a couple of subscribers. We had some lovely chat comments. We had a good bit of feedback on the list. We did some painting. It really did add up to being a very enjoyable occasion. So, you know what? So we're not going to be able to kill Saria here,
This is good.
but we might not be out of the world where we can actually make good use of Detonia. So if we jump to here, we can place Detonia. If Detonia can actually hit both of these with a bomb, That's so...
Concord
Oh, of course, Titonius Bomb's 1. I'm still used to thinking it's 2. Oh, of course we can still do this. Like, yeah.
Get in the game.
A lot of our explosives over here. Just get as much damage out as possible.
Full-bodied and
And
rich.
so they did have the shield, which is fine, but we're still just going to go for the
Quietly.
damage at this angle now. And to be honest,
My dad would not approve.
there's no good angle here, so just
Let me
shoot
go
there. And we'll
next.
pop a Cinder Sphere back here, just so we've got a bit more option for next turn if we need to.
Want some?
Might as well double up Bozos, it's just going to go
Can
away
I trigger
otherwise.
something?
Opponent's turn. No one
So-
is in the lead.
I do think that we probably left Titonia a little too close. This was probably a mistake. Okay, so this is their Aria. So Aria's going to get 3 onto Titonia most likely, which also means that then they're most likely going to be able to just move up here and spin. Okay, yeah. So the move and spin here is the right play. They are going to be a little bit vulnerable, but it's not the end of the world. The question is, how do you do anything useful here to deal with Aria? So we don't actually have any 4-drops, which is interesting. Just realised this. So this team is very much missing in 4-drops. So we don't have anything else that does early damage, so I'm not really sure what we do here. Interesting. Because we can get 3
I'll
damage
just
out,
put this everywhere.
5 damage.
Your turn. Your opponent
5
has a
damage
1-point lead.
isn't that much. So we could save this for next turn potentially, or we can move over here. I actually think just not having an Aria feels uncomfortable
Don't
to
worry.
me.
The tree gave us these.
So does Growing Cinder mean that we can jump to the other side of something? Because if so, and where's our movement? I don't think we'd be able to do that. So let's Grow Cinder to say here looks about right for us to be able to jump over. There you go, perfect. So we're going to jump first, stay out of melee range here.
Your opponent is
Might as
holding
well hit
all
that.
control zones.
They're not going to be holding all control zones in a moment, so that's fine. We'll pop over here.
Want some
We're
talus
just going to
fruit?
start putting a little bit of damage onto Aria.
That's
And to
fine.
be honest, I actually think I'm just going to use our own Sabria here.
Want this stuff?
Okay,
I
Something
didn't
sounds
say
Shield
that.
barrier here.
Can't hurt, right?
We've Grew Cinder already is the problem, so let's see if we can just snare Ozos or something again. More Ozos. So the opponent's got ahead
Opponent's
there,
turn.
but
They
we've got
have a
enough damage over
2-point
here
lead.
to deal with this relatively well. We've got potentially the ability to double Antios next turn if we could get to our Cinder pile, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So we can't quite do that because we're going to need 6. So what can we do with 5? I mean, we can pacify Oatly and just start tempoing things out. Because, I mean, if we can Oatly and flip... Ooh, what's this going to be? So they've only got 4. So, my understanding is this takes a lot of getting used to. That's snaring. Okay. Sure. I mean, that does force us to deploy a bit over here, but I think we're okay with that. I mean, it even just means that we can send our efforts elsewhere. We could even just... If we could jump over here, get a shot, perfect, but... We need to deal with this. This is fine. We can start protecting ourselves. We've got a 2. Do they have the ability to place it somewhere that's going to stop us using Antios effectively? Is the big question here. What's Exterior going to just contest here, maybe? The fact that we let them have this is awkward. They've got the spin, but nothing else. That's good. Shield. So we're going to score this point if they don't deploy. That's really nice. And she just shields herself, I imagine.
Like a snug onesie.
Okay.
Your turn. Your opponent has a 1-point lead.
It's funny that some of these just seem slightly out of what we want to really be doing. So we can kill Aria here.
We'll get snacks soon.
Because what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go for a... Or am I?
This is good.
I mean, Sterling can still just get that hit, but what's the percentage now? 47. Is there one we can stay here and get it above 47? Not really. So what do we want to deploy? I mean, Stitchy over here is going to be, I think, one part of the puzzle. So we're not going to deploy anything else this turn. Oh, did I deploy out of
Guard
range?
your soft parts.
Of course I did.
No valid targets.
So if I move to like... Okay, here's an idea. We try and get this.
Dad taught me to share. One more minute.
So we could into the breach.
Adventure
Move
awaits.
snaring back here. Grow cinder for ourselves. Just put it here. Take this objective away from them. Poke one damage in. We'll poke here so we don't get hit back. More Ozos. Okay, it's not the worst.
No one.
We're putting
is
ourselves in a
the
bit
lead.
of jeopardy, but we're not completely out of this situation. They're going to be able to kill Snarling, and that's fine.
Bring protection.
We did actually put ourselves in range of Surreal, which is quite funny, but I don't know if there's a way to not do that.
We will hold them
And we've got
off.
multiple things we can do next turn, including just making a big Antios, or... I mean, we could even just go for a big Zapper and Enki play. I've never really got to use Zapper and Enki, and so I'd really actually like to do this. This could be quite fun. Not Zapper and Enki, Reti Wrangler is what I was thinking. Sorry, I've used Zapper and Enki plenty of times. Unless they go for a play that really just makes it worthwhile to do Reti Wrangler. Sorry, Zapper and Enki
Captain,
instead.
be wary. Your opponent has a clear point
They just line up
advantage.
here. We will take advantage of this massively. Because I believe we should even be able to just nuke one of these down. Which could be very nice. So this would live. And we wouldn't be contesting this if we did that unless
To
we
the
just sent
safety zone.
Astra over there.
Always
Play another
much to
unit here.
consider.
Play another one in line.
Your turn.
Stand in
Your
your position.
opponent has a 2-point lead.
So if we play Reti Wrangler, say, over here. So we're going to want to move Stitchy
Why was I
first.
programmed this way?
So Stitchy contests here. We'll pop Reti Wrangler over here. And see how this works.
No rest for the modern
Reti
mom.
launcher. So we can just pop it onto these.
My dad would
Pop
not
over here.
approve.
Gain the additional...
Talus
Cinder?
foods for sale.
You're hungry again.
So this nearly kills both, but not quite. We should have maybe just put them all onto here.
Stealing is wrong.
22% isn't
Want
great. What if
some
we...
Talus fruit?
50-50? Okay, that's
Sure,
bad.
sure.
Okay, this was bad. This was all in all just bad. Did not play this well at all. Fine, we take the 100% that we can get. Oh, we can't. Fine.
Dead
We
ahead.
killed the unit. Astra can
Not
move
a
again.
waste. Good ammo.
I guess we just move over here and stay safe. We kind of messed up a bit there.
Opponent's
Like, we've
turn.
got a big
They
dangerous
have a
unit.
2-point lead.
And we're going to have loads of Cinder, potentially. Like, this still deals a ton of damage, so they have to be really careful where they position. But it wasn't the best placement. It could even be that, you know, next turn we just deal Switchback or something else. You know, play something that doesn't require that. We could go for Pacifier Oatly, try and get the tempo going. But I think we're doing okay. We've actually got one less unit than them.
A malfunctioning robot walks into a bar.
Rebuild a Texter, okay. So they're going to be able to heal a little bit onto hit and run, but we might be able to just
Oof! I'm bombing.
deal a bunch of damage next turn. Anyway, but look how slow he is. Oh no, we can go this way. I lied, he's not that slow.
Smashy,
But we
smashy.
can still laser a different direction, which would be nice. Again, this if they move off of here, they stop contesting. But if they stay here, they let us laser them again, which is kind of nice for us, actually. Okay, so they're just trying to... Are they giving us a point?
Do not distract
They have
me.
got 5 leadership to deploy. Okay, so they're just going over here again, yeah. That's fine. Where's their next deployment going to be? The thing is, we can't deploy over here easily, so we're not going to be able to contest this at all, really. Oh, what is this? Okay, they are going to do Sentinel, okay.
Your turn. Your opponent has a 2-point lead.
So if we can step around here, can we get the laser to hit all of these? Yes, we can. I mean, that's definitely better than nothing. So we'll go with that.
Defending my family.
We could use... We can actually use Stitchy to finish this off, which is nice as well. So Sabrina can't get around that easily. Where can Ixtilior get to?
Listen, good.
So if we just go like here, we're kind of out of reach of Ixtilior, but we actually might not be. So what do we want to play? We need more cinders to do anything really useful. So
What if we hurt
just heal
their
here.
feelings?
To be honest, it might even just be play a switchback back there and just poke. Okay, so can we get an area where we move, still touch this objective?
Something
with the
sounds
yeah, there we go.
imminent.
So we just block that,
Optical sensor fritzed.
and all we're going to do is just deploy switchback and just poke a little.
Nice battle
Nothing drastic. Oh, might as well shoot them. And then get attacked back because we're an idiot. So we actually give them better. Oh, we grouped up. Oh my goodness, that was a
Opponent's
terrible
turn.
panic there.
They have a 2-point
We
lead.
grouped up, which is also a bad idea anyway. We gave them the ability to... Oh no, they
You
can't
know
quite...
what
Maybe
I
they can heal
mean.
this up. But that was coming from the laser anyway. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. So if we don't lose any units here, which is very unlikely because they can just...
Be brave.
Oh, maybe they're not quite... They've got enough units to deploy though. Like, they've got to figure out what their options are here. I don't know. This is a bad thing. This should not have been the case. I should have left Deadeye sort of this angle, and it at least would have made them have to sort of pick and choose what abilities they use. This was a big mistake, because we can't do much with this. We can only heal one of these. Now they can deploy and take one out. What we might be able to do is just deal with some of this. And, you know, just start getting back points. We need to get over here, so we're probably going to be use Astra and hop again to try and get as far as possible. I mean, we could zap her next turn, which is also nice. Zapper helps deal with a lot of this.
This is frustration.
Texo heal themselves, I guess.
You'll be laughing soon.
Yeah. So if we have 6 Cinder, we're just short of what we wanted. Maybe we should have actually deployed here and got the extra. I'm always quite scared of that.
We meet at last.
Oh, it's just chucked a punch. I didn't think that was a range. Okay.
Your turn. Your opponent has a 3-point lead.
So can we get...
Give mother a moment.
Losing that one is actually very unfortunate here. Can we get Zapper and Enki anywhere useful? This is very
Let's
interesting.
let our hair down.
It might be that what we need to do is just go a little bit silly. So if we pop over here,
Wave the flag a little.
get our kill,
Bury me in vacuum chips.
we can pop over here, we can grow a Cinder Sphere here to allow us to move again. So that's going to deal with that objective.
Your loss, my
We
game.
can pop Zapper and Enki down over here.
Let's stun some creepy crawlies.
Zapper can come over here
I'm charging up.
and Mace Vortex things.
Big one. Oh, me?
I guess we don't have anything for laser here.
Oh, they're
But we
waiting.
can
trigger
come over
something?
here and just kill Chuck. Stitcher can come here and heal. Heal yourself. Astra comes up here to take the point.
Not a waste. Good ammo.
Reti Wrangler can just split up slightly from that. Okay, that was a pretty good comeback turn. That was a really nice comeback turn.
No one is in the
So
lead.
we're now to 6 resources where they've only got 4. 6 units, they've got 4. So this could be something that they can deal with, that's fine. But now we've got Zapper and Enki on the battlefield, and they don't currently have an answer to it.
Be nice to your
Oh, it's their own
tongues.
Reti Wrangler, but they don't have any leadership, any Cinder.
You need to simmer down.
So we can just, in theory, kill that next turn, right? Hang on. That has loads of Retis. Does it need these Retis? It just has Reti. It doesn't say how many. Does Mar take damage having their own Retis? Like, that's the thing I need to know. This is a thing I need to find out. Like, does Reti Wrangler Mar take more damage for having their own Retis from other Reti Wranglers? because that would be fantastic if that's the case.
She cannot
If not, we can pummel things over.
Your turn. You have a 1 point
Let's find
lead.
out. Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, we can just nuke them completely. Well, this is fantastic. That's just absolutely happening. That's their last
Well done,
reasonable
Captain.
crew.
You have a clear point advantage.
So if we come to... and then this... Oh yes, they conceded.
My
Do you
dad
know
will
what? I
be
think that was
so
actually a
mad
pretty
that we
reasonable
won
game to
with
get in, so I'm not
Blue.
going to go for a second one. But that was really fun. That Reti Wrangler Mar interaction at the end was really entertaining. And you know, the fact that that just nukes each other is kind of like a stalemate. If you can't use yours, you can't deploy it. So there we have it. We've gone up to silver. Sorry, not gone up. We're still at silver 2. We've gone up 10 points on the rankings there. So let's have a look, see how we're doing. No level ups for us. And here's a look at our opponent's list as well. So the one thing I want to have a quick look at is how we're doing in ranked. We left up the stream yesterday at rank 30, and I'd really love it to try and get to rank 29 at one point. And move on to there. We're still at 30, so that'll be a little thing for the next video. But there we have it. This was really fun. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I've said previously, if everyone who watched the channel subscribed, we'd already have hit the monetization goal, which would be incredible. Even like no matter what you do, it would just mean a lot. Comments, likes, everything is really, really appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.